Hello and welcome to my tutorial for the Tanki Online Contest 2014 of video guides. I will be doing 3 turrets and the first one is the Shaft. Shaft is a high damage large caliber weapon. It's one hit kill with double power to all hulls, that includes the Mammoth and the Titan. It has a unique sniper mode, zoom in and track down targets. Of course, once you've zoomed in you cannot zoom out. It also has a yellow bar which indicates how much damage you're going to do. Some cons are it has a very slow reload or recharge time. It also has a high recoil which can be bad on Wasp and Hornet. The full bar takes approximately 3 seconds to empty, so you'll have to wait that time before you do your max damage. It also has a slow turret rotation speed, which can be a problem sometimes. It is also expensive at M2 and M3. M2 costs about 103,000 crystals and M3 costs over 200,000. To counter your slow rotation speed, I suggest you get on a vantage point where the enemies will have trouble shooting you. And if they do try to do this, just shoot them on the top of the edge and let them go off the cliff. The second one is the Thunder. Some pros with the Thunder are: it has a medium to high damage depending on where you are. At close range you'll be doing high damage, at longer ranges you'll be doing less damage. It has fast reload, which is very useful as you can get many shots out in a minute. It also has splash damage or multiple damage, which allows you to shoot multiple targets if they are close within the blast radius of the shot. It's a very useful gun and I found it to be one of my favorites in Tanki Online. It's probably my favorite mid to long range weapon. Some cons with this weapon are high recoil, which can be bad on light hulls like the Wasp. Splash damage to yourself, so if an enemy comes too close to you and you shoot them, you will take damage yourself. It also has a slow turret rotation speed compared to the Smoky. The modifications at M1 and M2 are expensive. M3 is expensive, however it's not the most expensive. The Thunder is probably my favorite weapon, as I said before, because it's very versatile and it's great to use with any hulls. You could use it on light, medium or heavy. It will perform just as great on all of them. With drugs you can take down most light hulls with one shot, but you have to be wary of their protection. The Russell protection at Lieutenant Colonel and Major General are very dangerous to this weapon. The next one is the Firebird. The Firebird is a high damage weapon, which includes the after damage, which means you'll do damage even after you've shot your enemies. It has a good range for a short range weapon. It also can do multiple damage, so you can shoot through a tank in order to kill the one behind it. It also has fast rotation, which means you can easily counter the freezer's effect. And the Firebird can be used to counter the freezer's effect. Some cons are a slow reload, expensive M2 and M3. Its M3 is the most expensive in the game at 275,000, but I think it's probably the best M3 in terms of looks and performance. It's also incredibly powerful with drugs. You can take down hordes of enemies with small amounts of fire. It's very effective against large enemies and also bigger enemies when you have a light hull. You can play offensively or defensively depending on the hull you've decided to use. If you are using the Hornet, you're more offensive. If you are using the Viking or another heavy hull, you tend to be more defensive. Overall, it's a great weapon and it's my favorite short range weapon. Unfortunately, you have to wait until you get M2.
And to get M3 you have to be Commander. But it's definitely worth the wait. It can outmatch the freeze in any battle. It's a great weapon to use and recommend it.